Isang pinagpalang araw sa inyong lahat. Tayo po'y magninilay sa salita ng Diyos, ang pinagmumulan ng awa at tawa ng ating buhay, ang Salitawa. Pumasok na po tayo sa ika-4 na linggo ng karaniwang panahon. Mga kapatid, huwag po nating kakalimutang magdasal at magsimba. May isa pong kwentong akin nabasa tungkol sa dalawang magkapatid na pasaway, matigas ang ulo, ang kukulit, at nahihirapan ng kanilang magulang na idisiplina ang kanilang mga anak. Isang araw naisipan nilang ipa-counseling ang mga batang ito sa kanilang kaibigang pare. Dito nga po nagkaroon ng unang encounter ang pare sa dalawang magkapatid na ito at una niyang tinatawag yung panganay sa dalawang magkapatid na ito. Doon po sa unang pagtatagpo nila, tinanong ng pare sa panganay, "Where is God?" Pero tahimik, walang nangyari. Tila walang narinig yung bata. Kaya medyo tinaasan ng pare yung kanyang boses at tinanong, "Where is God?" Naramdaman nung bata na seryoso yung pare and he meant business with this question, and so he ran to his younger brother. And there, sabi niya sa kanyang younger brother, "We are in a great trouble. Nasa malaking problema tayo." At ano yung problema? Sabi ng bunsong kapatid. Nawawala ang Diyos at tayo ang pinagbibintangan. Where is God? Where is God's presence? Do we feel the presence of God in our life? Mga kapatid, sa ating ebanghelyo ngayon, the evil spirit recognized the presence of God, recognized God in Jesus Christ. At makapangyarihan ng presensya ng Diyos. And so, with the simple words that Jesus uttered, quiet come out of him. Then the man possessed with the evil spirit was liberated, was cleansed, was freed from the bondage of the evil spirit. The word of God is powerful. And so the people were astonished, were amazed that he taught with authority. And I know, brothers and sisters, all of us know what authority is. And all of us, in one way or another, are given authority in the government, in the church, in our workplaces, in our communities, or even inside our family. God has given us authority. And the word authority comes from the Latin authoritas. And this word comes from the Latin verb ogere, which means to increase, to grow. And so taking from this etymology, authority is given to us so that we allow other people to grow or to make other people increase in their life. And so, authority is given to us not to maltreat other people, not to be higher than other people, but authority is given to us in order to lead other people to grow or to make the lives of other people increase. And so let us try to reflect on the authority given to us. Is the authority given to us used to lead other people to grow? Kaya po ito yung pagninilayan natin, and let us make our authority as something that can lead other people to grow. Paano ba natin gagamitin yung authority na makapagpapalago ng ating kapwa-tao? Una po, our authority is leading other people to grow when it is liberating. Liberating means unloading the burdens of other people. Kaya binigyan tayo ng authority, hindi para pabigatin ang kalagayan ng ating kapwa-tao. Ngunit binigyan tayo ng authority para pagaanin ang kalagayan ng ating kapwa-tao. Just like what Jesus did. His words are powerful, have authority, and because of that power, he was able to liberate the man being possessed by the demon from the bondage, from the power of the demon. He was able to unload him from the burden that the demon is causing that man. Kaya po, ang authority, ang kapangyarihan binibigay natin sa atin ay gamitin natin para mapalaya, para mapagaan ang kalagayan ng ating kapwa-tao. Sa mga magulang, yung authority na ibinigay sa inyo ay gamitin para mapagaan ang kalagayan ng inyong mga anak. Pero minsan sa kagustuhan natin na mapabuti yung inyong mga anak, ay minsan tayo yung nagkukos na mapabigat ang kanilang kalagayan. Why? Because of the use of authority is not liberating, freeing from the loads of or burdens of your children, but you're choking them because of the wrong use of authority. At kailan ba nagiging mali ang paggamit ng authority? When you begin to compare your children to one another, or when you begin to compare your time to their own time, and you say, nung panahon namin, ganito, ganyan, ganon. They would never listen to you. And it would add to the burdens of their life. But your power, your authority becomes liberating when you begin to listen to them and accompany them in their life and in the burdens that your children are carrying. Pangalawa, authority is leading other people to grow when it is empowering. Ibig sabihin nito, we know that we will not stay with this authority forever, that this authority will not stay with us forever, and so we must learn to empower other people, that other people will come into our place. Meaning to say, kapag binigyan tayo ng authority, hindi para kumontrol ng ibang tao, hindi para manliit ng ibang tao, pero binigyan tayo ng kapangyarihan to empower, meaning kapangyarihan na yung ibang tao ay mabigyan din ng confidence na lumaban sa buhay, o kaya naman to empower them to become leaders, to become the next leader after us. Kaya po sana sa kapangyarihang ipinagkaloob sa atin, gamitin natin ito para ang kapwa-tao natin ay mabigyan din ng kakayanan na mamahala, na maglingkod, at higit sa lahat, kapangyarihan na lumaban sa hamon ng buhay. Empowering. Pangatlo, our authority is leading when it is accommodating. Accommodating here doesn't only mean making room for the other people, but accommodating here would mean being understanding or welcoming. Sa ating ikalawang pagbasa ngayon, St. Paul is not against married life, but St. Paul here is emphasizing that whatever vocation we have, married or not married, what is more important is that we become welcoming, accommodating to the presence of God, that we make God as our priority, and apply this in our reflection about authority. Our authority is leading when it is accommodating, understanding, welcoming. Ibig sabihin nito, sa ating paggamit ng authority, ay we do not impose simply this is what is the law telling us, but we try to understand the situation and make adjustments so that the lives of other people will be free from the burden. We are not compromising what is right and wrong, or right, or the good, or the law, but we are making adjustment, we are making, or we are accommodating, we are welcoming because of the situation of other people, because we would like to unburden their burdens. And so it is leading because we come to understand their situation. And ganoon din po sa mga magulang, hindi po ba? Instead of imposing what you know, what you want, it is good that you come to understand the situation of your children by listening. And so by listening and by making them feel that you are able to understand them, or you're trying your best to understand them, then the relationship becomes even better or more close yung nagiging relasyon ng mga magulang sa kanilang anak, because nararamdaman ng mga anak na may nakikinig sa kanila at may umiintindi sa kanila. Kapag tayo ay accommodating, welcoming, or understanding. That is the authority. Panghuli po, our authority is leading when it is developing. Meaning to say, we are using our authority to transform other people, to make other people better. Kaya po sana yung authority na ipinagkaloob sa atin ay gamitin natin para baguhin ang kapwa-tao natin. Hindi natin gagamitin yung authority natin to make other people monster or to bring out the beast in other people, but we use our authority to bring out what is best to other people, developing, transforming other people. And so, my dear brothers and sisters, Jesus Christ taught with authority because He used His authority. His words are leading other people to God. Why? Because the Word of God is leading, empowering, accommodating, and developing. Nawa po yung ating kapangyarihan na tinanggap sa Diyos ay gamitin natin to lead other people to a better place, to lead other people, the people of God, to God. Muli isang pinagpalang araw sa inyong lahat.